Step off that bridge now. And as you step off that bridge, I just want you to look down at your feet so you've got your bearings. And as you're looking down at your feet, what do you imagine that your feet look like? Are you wearing anything?
Black shoes.
Black shoes. These black shoes, are they male or female shoes?
Male.
They're male shoes. Mm-hmm. And as you know from your senses, you're going to be able to describe to me exactly how you feel. So you say that you're male. How old do you feel that you are? See a number come to mind.
46.
You're 46. If you're 46 years old, you'll know what people call you in that life. What's your name?
Peter.
Peter. Good morning, Peter. Thank you for coming to work with me today. Peter, I want you to look around to the left and the right and tell me, are you inside or are you outside?
Outside.
You're outside. Mm-hmm. What do you sense that you're doing outside?
It's a diner, restaurant, American diner.
You're at an American diner. Mm-hmm. Are you alone there?
Waiting for a girl.
Uh-huh. You're waiting for a girl.
Female.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's fast forward this scene, and as I continue to talk to you, fast forward the scene to when the girl arrives. Describe this girl to me. What do you imagine she looks like?
Glasses, professor look.
Professor look? Mm-hmm. What colour are her eyes there?
Blue.
Blue. Mm-hmm. And what's her name?
Gloria.
Gloria. Well, as you look into the eyes of Gloria, knowing that the eyes are the windows to the soul, I want you to deeply connect with those eyes, mind to mind and soul to soul, and tell me, is Gloria in his life today?
No.
Not today. Mm-hmm. So this meeting with Gloria, is it an official meeting?
No. First time meeting.
So is it like a date?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And you say that you're in an American diner.
Yeah.
Whereabouts in America would that be? Just imagine yourself looking at the map from above and tell me whereabouts in America that would be.
Kansas.
Kansas. Mm-hmm. And in a moment I'm going to tap you on the forehead, and when I tap you on the forehead you're going to see some numbers, and those numbers are going to be the year that you were in Kansas. So when you're ready, 3, 2, 1. What year is it?
1936.
1936. Mm-hmm. Tell me, Peter, what do you do? You're 46 years old. What's your trade?
Water, plumbing.
Plumbing. Mm-hmm. And are you happy with your life there at the moment?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So what happens with this date with Gloria? How does it end? Is it a positive or a negative?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't see anything.
Well, Peter, do you have any family in that life?
Yes. Mother, sister, Italians. Italian mother.
You have an Italian mother
Sister.
and a sister. Mm-hmm. Well, as I continue to talk, I want you to float with your mind towards your mother now. So just focus that intention on your mother and go drifting and floating towards your mother. And describe, how do you feel about your mother? Is she a good mother?
She's somebody to possibly fear.
Someone to fear.
She's always old.
Always old?
She's always old.
Do you know why that is? Why do you imagine that is? Well, look into your mother's eyes. We've done this before. And connect with the spirit and the soul of your mother there. Tell me, is she in your life today? Just your first impression?
No.
She's not today.
No, she's a nobody.
And what about your sister there? What did you call your sister in that life?
Sophia.
Sophia. Go up to Sophia and connect with her. Connect with her energy and her eyes and tell me, is she in your life today?
Not today, but before.
Not today, but before?
Before, yeah.
Explain that before. What do you mean?
She was an inquisitor. The preceding Egyptian.
She was an inquisitor.
Yes.
Are you saying that it's connected to something Egyptian?
Yes.
Was that another past life that you had with Sophie there? So now that we've come to the end of that scene, we've gathered that information, I want you to close that scene as if you're just drawing the curtains of a stage or flicking the switch of a remote control. That's right, just close that scene. And I want you to go forward in the same timeline, if you can, to another significant time in that life when something is happening. So close that scene and go drifting and floating forward, clicking my fingers, going deeper and deeper as you do, deeper and deeper, drifting and floating forwards to another significant time in that life. And I'm going to count from 3 to 1, and when I get to 1, you're going to be there. So when you're ready, 3, getting closer now, 2 and 1, be there now. So how old do you feel that you are now, Peter?
Mid-20s.
You're in your 20s. So describe what you're wearing to me in this life.
French hat, sailors. French hat on a boat, sea.
French sailor's hat, and you're on a boat?
Yeah, on a boat. Ship.
And are you male or female?
Male.
You're male. And what's your name?
Sergey.
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 S. G-R-G.
Sergey. Is that close? Sergei. Well, take a look around this boat. Is it a big boat or a small boat?
It's a small ship.
A small ship. Mm-hmm.
They're packing up for a voyage. Beginning a voyage.
So packing up for the beginning of a voyage?
Yeah. Just collecting things.
Yeah.
I'm not in charge, but I'm one of the people.
You're not in charge, but you're one of the people?
I'm not...
So you're quite a senior then?
Yes, I'm not a sailor.
Mm-hmm. And where you are, where you're loading, what country is it?
Brussels.
Brussels. So you're in Brussels loading up the ship now. What year is it there in Brussels? Just see those numbers come to mind now.
Well, it's 1746, 1746.
1746. Mm-hmm. So where are you going on this voyage then, Sergio? Do you know where you're going?
North coast of France, the north coast.
What's the reason of going to the north coast of France?
Dropping off goods.
So, are you a trading ship?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And what's the purpose of bringing me to this scene?
Shipwreck.
Oh, shipwreck? Mm-hmm. So describe to me what happens on your journey then. Are you telling me that you were shipwrecked?
There's a hole in the... There's a weak hole, which I know about, and I've not told anyone that it's weak.
So you've not told anybody there's a weak hole in the
hole?
The hull. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The wood's ship's not in good working condition.
Why did you choose not to tell anybody about this?
My own failings.
Oh, it was your own failings. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And what was the outcome of this? You mentioned a shipwreck. What was the outcome?
Well, produce was lost, but no one really lost lives, but the ship didn't go down, but just failings on my part.
Hmm? And were you reprimanded for that?
No, nobody was.
So how do you feel about that in yourself?
Just enough for it to be hush hush. But possibly like something about it, as in got away with something.
You got away with it?
Maybe I can get away with something else.
Oh, I see. So rather than it making you feel guilty, it kind of spurred you on to be lazier?
No, for my own gain. Maybe there's something else I can gain from these situations.
Uh-huh.
Greedy.
So greed. Mm-hmm. So what did you do after that shipwreck where you lost all of your produce? Where did you actually finally land?
Another ship came by and took everyone else aboard. The ship was upright, slightly upright.
So you were rescued? Mm-hmm.
Yes, I don't think anybody lost their lives.
Mm-hmm. And And did you go back to Brussels after that?
I don't know, just remained in that northern French territory. And then later in life went to Canada to do a different role.
Mm-hmm. And does that relate to your previous life as Peter, where you were in Kansas? Or is it completely different? Whereabouts in America did you travel to? See yourself going there now?
Northern Canada.
Northern Canada? Mm-hmm.
Just simple life, no, not married, no kids, just follow orders.
No marriage or kids? You followed orders? Whose orders did you follow?
It's a naval territory.
Uh-huh.
Northern Canada naval territory. Just try to learning how to manipulate people.
Learning how to manipulate people.
So I could get more of what I wanted.
And what was it that you wanted?
More responsibility, more power.
Mm-hmm. So more power. How did you treat people there in that naval territory?
Well, as in, I did both. Did it in a nice way.
Mm-hmm.
A caring way, but with an undercurrent of manipulative.
So caring but calculating.
Yes.
Hmm? So what I want to do now is I want to close that scene and I want to go to the last day of that life. So see yourself now closing that scene and allow your mind to drift and wander forwards very slowly, drifting and floating towards the last day of that life, knowing that you are more than that body. 3, 2 and 1. Be there now. How old are you now there?
One. I'm a baby in mother's arms with a rattle and a balance.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting in the window with the sun coming through.
So you're a baby in your mother's arms with a rattle and a bonnet?
Yes. And
with the sun coming through the window?
Yep, and it's and Mum can see that's the Napoleon's men are coming towards, and they're going to kill her and me.
Napoleon's men are coming towards you?
Yep, to which she allows it to happen. She's not allowed.
They're coming to kill her?
Both of us.
Mm-hmm. So as that baby, how do you feel about that short, tragic death?
Passive.
Mm-hmm.
Looked away. Looking away.
Just looking away, detaching yourself from it?
Yeah, well, the Mum was helping me to look away.
Uh-huh. This mother that you have there, I want you to connect with her energy and her eyes. Is she in my client's life today? Look into those eyes. Just your first impression.
Angelic is my first impression.
Angelic.
Angelic.
Mm-hmm. So as you take a deep breath in now, I just want you to raise yourself above the scene there. And as you're now above the scene, knowing that you're more than just that body, what was the purpose of you coming down to experience that?
Yeah, just as simple as to be held, to be loved. That's it.
To be held.
To be held, to be loved.
And to be loved.
To feel the sunshine on my face.
Mm-hmm.
And to feel a well-to-do life.
A well-to-do life.
Fabrics, nice things, clean.
Yeah.
Mansion, big property. But with the experience of caution, to be able to always be ever so cautious.
To always be cautious. Mm-hmm.
Can I sit up?
Yeah.
I'm feeling a bit sick.
Mm-hmm.
And it's to do with that ship.
Well, as I tap you on your arm, I'm going to take that away. So as I continue to tap you on your arm, I'm just removing that sickness from you now, so that your equilibrium will come back to normal, that your tummy will be settled now. That's right, just removing that sickness from you, turning the energy of that sickness to black and white until it's completely gone. How are you feeling now?
I'm still feeling exactly the same.
So let's just lift you up. Yeah. So just open your eyes.
That's a weird feeling. It's all right. The moment it happened, it was to do with that ship rocking, swaying.
Yeah. It also connects with this.
Yeah.
This feeling.
Well, I went go quite a few months ago and it gave me motion sickness. Nothing to do with that at all, but so I know this is connected to that ship thing.
Mm-hmm.
We'll quickly run to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I know it's unorthodox, but...
No, we can go straight back down. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting that you've got that message about your stomach area
Salty.
On your list. So as you're looking around now, describe to me what is happening. How are you feeling now that you're out of the body?
I can feel that fear in my stomach right now.
Yeah.
There's a gentleman that's come and collected the lady, but it's not the husband, it's the brother.
So it's the brother that's come to collect your mother?
No, it's the, well, yes, which is his sister, yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So who is there to collect you? Take a look around, and the more I talk, the more you'll be able to visualise what's going on.
Yeah, tall gentleman, he's got black hair and moustache.
Tall gentleman?
Just a typical gentle soul that's shocked to see the scene.
He's shocked to see the scene. As you connect with this tall gentleman, ask him, does he have a message for you? Are you to go with him, or are you to stay?
Just saying that you were loved in the family, and it's time to go.
Yeah.
There's no specific message.
No, I think there's a message of love there. So what I want you to do is I want you to take the hand of this gentleman and I want you to go back to spirit. So as you take the hand of this gentleman who is going to guide you now up back to spirit, as you go drifting through time and space. Some people go to a soul group, a soul family. Others go to different places like Akashic Records or different planets. Just keep going up and up and up and up. And in a moment when I count from 3 to 1, you'll be in the place where he's delivering you to. So when you're ready, 3, keep travelling now. 2, getting closer to your destination, and 1, be there now. So where are you now? Just sense, what do you imagine is around you now?
I can see just a planet.
A planet?
And I can see it's the outer rim, the energy of the outer rim just circulating around the circumference of the planet. And I can just see that.
And what does this planet represent to you? Is it a home? Or is it a place that you visit? Connect with that planet.
It's just a planet to keep an eye on. I've got to keep an eye on it.
So you're keeping an eye on it?
Yeah, people I'm with keeping an eye on it. It's self-destructing.
The planet is self-destructing?
Yes.
And is it your job to keep an eye on this planet?
Yeah.
You say with others.
Yeah.
These others, are they people or are you beings? What? Describe yourself to me, this group.
Yes, this doesn't feel human. It's not human now.
It's not human.
No.
And
It used to be human. It's higher stuff, higher beings.
But you're now higher beings.
It's people that have always looked after the planets. It's a job, it's a role that's always been around.
Yeah. And so you're part of that group, and that is your mission, to be able to look after these planets. So how come this planet is soul-destructing there? Self-destructing?
As grown old, it's served its purpose.
It's grown old.
Its life force is diminishing. It's time. It's nothing sad. It's just time. But it's still thousands of years it's got left. That's a very short amount of time compared to a healthy planet.
Who gives you these orders to look after these planets? Where do you get that information and that order from?
Mother Nature.
Mother Nature?
Yeah.
So how do you connect with Mother Nature there as that higher being?
It's just sense, instilled sense.
An instilled sense?
There's no communication, talking. There's no.
So it's more or less telepathic communication.
Yeah, we don't know what Mother Nature is. We don't know what it is, who it is. There's still unanswered questions on our part.
Is it like a source?
Yes.
So as you look down on Earth, how is our planet doing?
I mean, nothing to do with that. It's far further away from that. Earth's not on our radar.
It's not on your radar?
No.
So these planets that you're keeping an eye on, are they planets that we can see, or are they further afield?
No humans seen these there.
So
no humans will ever see them. But that will never be seen.
So the universe is far vast, more than we ever thought.
Yeah, and the purpose of keeping an eye on them is there's nothing living on there other than it's energetic, which supplies energy to other planets for growth.
It supplies energy to other planets for growth?
Yeah, for growth in terms of rock formations, air, but not living creatures.
Rock formation and air. So do you come across other souls? I know we call them aliens, some people call them energy. As you're saying, you're a higher being yourself. Are there any other different forms of life that you meet up there?
Yes, but it's very instructed to leave them be if they leave us be, as in it's not, they're also not on our radar.
I see.
As in they have free will, so they need to learn whether it's good or bad to
so they need to get on with their purpose.
Or influence, interfere. They have to be allowed to make that decision for themselves.
Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to be able to close this scene. So close this scene and withdraw your energy from that scene now. As I want to draw your attention, take a nice deep breath in, and as my client steps back, bring that inner self forward now. Very good. And just allow that energy to come to the throat now, so that I can speak to your higher self. Good afternoon, higher self. Are you with me today?
It depends what we ask for.
I want to be able to do a body scan today. And you know this person and their soul and their feelings. I want to start at the top of the head, and I want you to scan this body just as if it was a light body, to see if there is any grey areas or negativity or energy or memories that we can work on. So start at the top of the head. That's right, scan across that forehead and go behind those ears. Very good. All down the jaw, down the shoulders, the torso, into the heart area. Keep scanning. And into the tummy area, just between the ribs. There, that's right. Scanning down the tummy now, over the hips, down the thighs and the legs, to the knees, to the ankles and the toes, and scan all the way back up. And I want you to connect with any energy in the body as we scan down. Where did you sense the vibration change? So what I'm going to do now is I want to connect with that energy in the throat, and I want to draw this energy up so that it can speak to me. So when you're ready, 3, 2, 1. Energy, talk to me. What are you doing in the throat area there? What's happening? What is this energy in the throat causing?
Silence of the being, of the silencing the human, making sure they don't go too far and reveal themselves.
Silencing of the being of the human, making sure they don't go too far.
As in, we don't want them to be better than us.
Mm-hmm. When you say we, I want you to see yourself as the energy that you are.
Yeah, as street and dark and hands around the throat and murder and murder. Strangled and murdered.
Strangled and murdered?
I can't breathe.
Tell me, is this a past life memory, or are you an energy inside that throat? What's your first impression?
Both, but the energy is stopped. It stops from the actual scene. It remains there.
Mm-hmm. You're trying to prevent him from expressing himself and being more than what you are. So, what were you then? Did you have a past life?
Beggar.
You were a beggar?
Beggar, thief.
You were a beggar and a thief. Mm-hmm. So why did you connect with this body today then? What brought you to hide in his throat?
You asked me.
He asked you?
You asked me.
Mm-hmm.
You brought me out.
I brought you out?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, I didn't put you in there, so how long have you been in there?
Victorian times.
Since Victorian times? Well, now you've been highlighted, it's time for you to go. But what kind of symptoms do you cause my client before you go?
I show them the worst atrocities
You show them the worst atrocities?
that humans can inflict upon others.
Mm-hmm. Why do you do that?
So I get to experience them again.
Oh, right, so you're feeding off it. Mm-hmm. Well, are you ready to leave this body now and go back to spirit? Because he certainly doesn't need your energy in that throat anymore, does he?
Well, he's not the issue. I'm the only issue.
Better deal.
Yeah.
So if I was to show you who was waiting for you in the spirit realm, and who's been waiting for you for a long time, I want you to imagine now that in your hands you can see a brown leather bound book, and I want you to feel the edges of that leather bound book, and in a moment I'm going to count from 3 to 1, and when I get to 1 I want you to open that page, and on that page you'll be able to see someone or something that's waiting for you. So when you're ready, 3, feeling the edges of that book now, 2, preparing to turn that page, and 1. Be there now. Who's there waiting for you? What do you see?
My sister.
And what is your sister connecting with you? What is she saying? You can telepathically communicate with her.
She's saying, let him go now.
She's saying, let him go. It's time for you to go home. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. So what do you want to say to my client before you go?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Just nothing.
As I put my hand on your throat now, go in there now and begin to collect all your memory. Collect all your memory from this body and this throat. Go into every root. That's right. Just as if you were pulling up the weeds out of the garden. Begin to pull all those weeds of that memory up. It doesn't serve my client now. You've done your best. It's time for you to go home now. And bring it all into my hand. That's right. Keep jerking and bringing that up. And the more I talk, the stronger my hand draws until it's all up to the surface. That's right. And the more I talk, the more the energy connects with my hand. Very good. And have I got all that energy now? Keep bringing it up. It's time to go home. That's right. It's time to go home. Have I got you all now? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to take that away from you, and I'm going to offer that up to the universe, and may the light of the universe always accompany it. I'd like to be able to replace some different kind of energy in there, and that could be either from a word or a colour. And can you tell me what would be best for my client to be able to put into that area? What would soothe this throat area now?
Sea blue.
Sea blue. Sea blue. So as I connect now and put my hand near your throat, I want you to imagine that you can feel almost like a hose, the colour blue, the sea blue, just soaking into your throat area now. That's right. Feel that wonderful liquid energy now, just going deeper and deeper into that area, soaking into your tissues and fibres, soothing and healing all those fractured fibres, untangling that muscle, relaxing it, allowing his throat chakra to be able to be open to its fullest capacity and to be able to express. And tell me, is there anything else in the body that we can deal with? I want to particularly come to the area here. What's going on here in the tummy? Just go in there.
Lost a baby. I lost a baby.
You lost a baby?
Yes.
Did you lose a baby in a past life?
Yes.
Well, let's go to that past life so that we can find out exactly what's going on there. So as I continue to talk to you, free from any pain, fear or emotion, I want you to talk to me about that. Just go drifting and floating through time and space to that past life memory. Drifting and floating now, and I'm going to count from 3 to 1, and when I get to 1, you're going to be there. 3, following that timeline now to that memory. 2, connecting with that memory, and 1. Be there now.
So, underground, it's being kept prisoner or pregnant.
You're pregnant and you've been kept prisoner?
Yeah, this baby was ripped out of me.
The baby was ripped out of you?
Through through the normal means, that not through my stomach, but it's the baby was communicating with me to say, don't hurt me.
The baby was communicating with you to say don't let them hurt you?
Yes, I couldn't stop.
You couldn't stop them?
No.
Who were these people that were hurting you, that kept you prisoner?